Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory career mode with St. Pauli. This is episode number 51, and today we have 3 massive games with our Buccaneers as we try so desperately to stay in the title race with just 9 games to go. Our first game is at home to Wolfsburg, and then our second game is in midweek just 3 days later against our crosstown rivals Hamburg away at the Volkspark Stadion, and they this season have played much better than last year as they currently sit in 7th place. Our third and final game will be at home to relegation threatened Borussia Mönchengladbach, and as you can see by the table going into the game as well, right now we are 8 points behind Bayern Munich and only 5 points ahead of Bayer Leverkusen, who are in 5th place. So we're clinging on to a top 4 place right now and trying desperately to get ourselves back into this title race, and I'd say come the end of today's episode we will know whether we can still win the title or not. There'll be 6 games remaining after today's episode, and I feel like if we don't win at least 2 of the 3, we will be out of the title race definitely. So first game is indeed against Wolfsburg at home. They are currently sitting in mid-table right now in 12th place, so we'll certainly fancy our chances, but only 1 win in our last 3 league games, and our form since the start of the calendar year has been very inconsistent to say the very least. So Wolfsburg first, can we get the win? We need to. Come on, St. Pauli.
They have had some tremendous performances at home. In fact, Alan, it's the best home record in the league.
So hard to take points off this team at home. 9 wins in 12 games, really. The manager could not have asked for any more.
3 minutes in, still waiting for the first chance of the game. Of late, we have been so poor when going forward, and when you think about the fact that our whole team philosophy is all about that, I mean, that's the reason why we're struggling right now. We're just not scoring enough goals, and losing Poulsen is a big reason as to why. He may not be scoring goals as frequently as he did at the start of the season, but he's a major part of our offense, and to have him out for the rest of the season now means we are going to struggle a lot more. He's our second highest scorer, got quite a lot of assists this year as well. You can see what his injury has meant to this team. We are struggling big time. 15 minutes to go. There's been 1 shot in the game from us, and it was straight at the goalkeeper Castells. Terrible, terrible game so far. 15 minutes to find a late winner, but instead I can't get the ball off the visitors as they're on the edge of our area. Guilavogui turns his man, looks to find space, gives it to Kostic, back towards Arnold, inside, and a shot comes in and goes harmlessly wide of the post. We're going to slip up once again. We're not going to win the title. It's over. I mean, there's going to be 8 games to go after this, but it may as well be over now. There is no way we'll win a championship playing like this. Well, there is the final whistle in one of the worst games of FIFA I have played in a very long time. 0-0. We brushed these guys aside at the Volkswagen Arena. This one finishes as a goalless draw. It's the 2nd straight game we've failed to score, and the 2nd 0-0 in a row. I mean, you can't win titles drawing 0-0. The gap is now 10 points between us and Bayern Munich, and below us, Schalke have a game in hand in 4th and are only 1 point behind, and Leverkusen in 5th are only 3 points behind. It's looking now quite likely we might even drop out of the top 4. Our form since the start of the calendar year has been horrendous, and we are on a free fall down the table right now and failing to pick up wins. So I need cheering up after that game, and I know the perfect way to do it as well, because we have just had 5 of our youth players accept contracts. I think that's all 5 from the academy, and we are going to take a look at the boys that have just been given pro deals, and particularly Hao Gao, who should have, touch wood, fingers crossed, potential to be special. So let's find out what our youth players look like. So the first one we'll look at is the lowest rated of all of them, and that is Beng Wan Du, who is 52 rated and 16 years old. He's got high aggression and high strength, which I like, despite his very low rating, but I'm not sure whether this guy is ever going to be good enough for the first team. He's 6'3", so pretty decent, but again, I'm not sure we can grow him to an acceptable level to be useful in the first team straight away. The second player we'll look at is Du Wan Shu. He is 62 rated with 82 agility and 83 ball control at just 17 years old. Actually, some really nice technical stats there. 70 dribbling, 67 free kick accuracy. Not too bad as a left midfielder. Not the quickest, but that's just one of those things. Does he have skills? He does. 4-star skills, to be precise, and a 3-star weak foot as well. LMRW positions, high medium work rates, left footed. This guy's good. Potential is showing great potential, so that's all right. Diang Shang Zhang, which is a brilliant name to say. Right back, 17 years old, 61 rated, quite strong. Not too slow either as well for a fullback. 77 aggression. These Chinese players are mad, aren't they? And their technical stats, well, this guy's not too bad either, to be fair. 70 stand tackle for a right back. Of course, we don't play with fullbacks, that's the problem. And is he tall? Hopefully he's quite tall. He is 6'3", and he can play centre-back as well. Now that's useful. Very, very useful. I love full-backs that can also play centre-back as well. 2-star skills, 2-star weak foot. That's a good one. What about his potential? Showing great potential. We'll take that. And Yi Wang as well. 80 strength, 85 aggression. These guys are mad. They are raging at something. 74 shot power, 62 ball control, 66 long shots. A CF with 74 acceleration as well. Let's see if he has skills and a weak foot. 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot, left-footed player. CF striker are his positions, and he also has great potential too. So yeah, 3 players good potential and decent stats as well. That's pretty decent. But of course, the one we've all been waiting for is this guy, Hao Gao, 64 rated, 16-year-old defensive midfielder, 83 aggression, 76 strength, 73 stamina, 74 jumping. He's again not too slow either, with 69 and 72 for acceleration and sprint speed. Of course, we've been training his technicals in the training drills. That's why his slide tackle's up to a 67, stand tackle 63, marking 1 shy of being 60. His passing's alright as well in a long pass 63, short pass 60. And now let's find out if he has, well, skill moves and weak foot first. He has got 2-star skills, 3-star weak foot, low high work rates, love that. CDM and CM listed positions, a real defensive midfielder, and 6'1". Does he have potential to be special? He should do. He should do. And he does. Potential to be special, and that has cheered me up. Hao Gao looks like the future of Chinese football and the future of St. Pauli as well. That's cheered me right up. Welcome to the club, Hao Gao. Youth players will always cheer me up. You know, youth players will always cheer me up. As Lasse wants a transfer away from the club. Well, that's not cheered me up. But you know what, Lasse? I think it might be time to say goodbye. I mean, he's our captain. We like Lasse, and I certainly do, but 28 years old now, he's not going to get any better. He's a really good physical centre-back to have at 6'5", very strong, but Lasse wants to leave, and I think we should let him. I think it's time for Lasse to move on, and in the summer, we might part and go our separate ways. But anyway, second game of today's episode, and we are away from home at the Volkspark Stadion to take on Hamburg. They right now are in 7th place and gathering pace as well. They're playing they're playing quite well. They're 4 points off a Europa League place, and they're also 12 points off us. But for us, we're not worried about what our rivals are doing. We're worried about what we're doing. And right now, we're struggling. We fell to 4th place. We are 10 points behind Bayern Munich. And after a really, really poor run of form, only 1 win in our last 4 league games, any chance of staying in the title race depends on these next 2 games today. We need to win them both and pick up at least 7 points from 9 today if we're to have any possibility of winning the title come the end of the season. So Hamburg away, the second game today. Let's get the win. Come on, St. Pauli. And I've made an awful lot of changes for this game, partly due to fatigue, but mainly due to just needing to make changes due to poor performances. We've not played well of late. Our run of form has been very poor. The goals are drying up, and that is not a good thing to say when your whole season, your whole club philosophy is built on scoring as many as possible. So something needs to change, and hopefully all these lineup changes will be the difference. And here's an early free kick for the Buccaneers. Kai is going to take it and float it towards the penalty spot. And Elja gets on the end of it, and he's a small lad, Moses, but he does win his fair share of headers. He won that one, but sadly couldn't get it goal bound as it goes just wide. You know, we had 90 minutes worth of action against Wolfsburg, and no chances like that, no attempts like that. It's only taken us 8 minutes to get the first one here at the Volkspark Stadion. So perfect start. Unfortunately, the ball just didn't hit back in the net. All fall on target, but here is Billing on the ball, getting past one and looking for El Toro, and he's found him. He's broke clear of the last man. It's El Toro surely to make it 1-0, and oh, what a save! What a save by the goalkeeper, who turns it onto the crossbar. Extraordinary stop, that one, as Hara was through. The finish may not have been the best, but come on, what a reactionary save that was. Turns it onto the underside of the crossbar, and unfortunately, he punches it clear before her man can head it in as well. Fantastic piece of goalkeeping. You know, once I get that first goal, I feel so much more confident, so much more optimistic, so much more laid back and relaxed. But it's getting that first goal that's the problem for me, really. When I score, I think to myself, yep, that's the first one. Now let's get a second, third, fourth, fifth goal possibly. But, you know, the longer the game goes on at 0-0, the more the self-doubt increases, the more the fear that I won't be able to score at all increases. And in the end, subsequently, that normally happens. It's still 0-0, 40 minutes in. We had such a fast start, but what you've noticed is that the chances have now dried up. I can't seem to break them down, can't seem to get inside anymore. This happens all too often. I can't keep my composure and I can't keep my optimism. But here is Odja finding Hara, inside to Kai. Kai on the ball needs a teammate. Heel to heel flicks round, nobody it seems. Sakai is going to come towards him. Kai takes it round him. Great work from Havertz, but strikes it over the bar. Come on, St. Pauli, we need a goal. Hamburger putting every single man behind the ball, and I cannot break them down as Dennis Diekmeyer goes down the right-hand side. Odja is tracking back, but the right back keeps on going and crosses to the middle. Lasse volleys it up in the air. Kai comes back to help out, but Halilovic goes for goal, blocked by Kera, and now it's cleared. We're attacking as much as we can, but we just can't seem to find that breakthrough. There's no penetration in this team. As Kai goes down the left-hand side and releases Mane, and maybe a chance here. Mane stretching his legs, comes inside, needs a teammate, gives it to Kai. Kai through to El Toro. Nice first touch, sets himself, and the goalkeeper parries it behind. And chance here, Mane, surely, yes, get in. What a howler. And we've gone in front. Hamburg 0, St. Pauli 1, and Keikuta Mane back in the team has just been given a gift. And as we take the lead, we are going to need a stroke of fortune or a moment of magic, it seemed, to break out of this slump, and we've got one. What a howler from Dennis Diekmeyer. The right back had three choices there: leave the ball, let it go behind for a corner, let the goalkeeper catch the ball, or head it straight back into play and possibly surrender an attack on your exposed goal. He went for the third one, and because of that, we take advantage. 1-0 St. Pauli. Oh my word, did we need that. Well, I say it all the time, 1-0 wins are not our thing, but Lord knows I will take it after such a poor run of form. This is only our 5th win in 11 games, and my goodness, did we need to make sure we got the 3 points in this one. We did. We beat our rivals as we try so desperately to cling on to a top 4 place and keep ourselves in a title race. Rhyming accidentally, Chris Smooth. Still, we deserved the win, no doubt about it. 10 shots, 8 on target. The goalkeeper put on a masterclass for Hamburg, and in the end, the only reason he was beaten is because his right back cost him his clean sheet and cost his side a point as well. 1-0 the final score. We got very, very lucky with that Mane goal. And I think I'll give him man of the match as well. He finally broke our goal drought. He finally broke our draw streak as we get ourselves that 3-point win. Well, you can't have another win than that, can you? But it gets us to 3 points, and dear oh dear, did we need that, man. Any chance of staying in the title race depends on us getting 2 wins from 2 to end today's episode off. We've got the first one, now let's get the second at home against Mönchengladbach. And so just before the third and final game today, we've got 2 scouting updates from Marcus and Torban, who currently right now are scouting Ivory Coast and Belgium respectively. So Marcus, let's see who he's picked up. Stephanie Cisse looks like he could be alright. 67, 91 potential, and 6'3" as well. Who's pretty decent. Boubacar Traore, his potential is not the best, but his overall starting isn't bad. But Silla looks pretty decent. Already 56-6 overall, 70-94 potential. We'll lead them all in the scouting and see how they look after a second month's worth. And Torben Fischer is currently in Belgium right now. Oh my goodness, Jules LeBlanc. He looks like he could be an absolute machine. We'll have to wait and find out. Hugo Willems not quite as good. Romain Willems, however, his brother could be much better. Matthijs Dubois is not very good. And Lemens can go as well. So a couple of players in those 2 scouting updates look alright. We'll see how they look after 2 months worth of scouting. Right then, guys, we are moving into the third and final game of today's episode as we take on relegation threatened Borussia Mönchengladbach. Both teams are on a poor run of form right now, and with them sitting in 14th place and us in 4th, we may be looking stronger, but of late, it's anyone's guess as to who's going to come out on top in this game. We enter the game 13 points behind the league leaders Bayern, but do have a game in hand. But if we lose this game, due to the goal difference swing, we'll actually drop down to 5th place and out of the top 4 for the first time in several months. So I feel like we need to win this game to have any chance of staying in the title race, and really, with Leverkusen catching up quickly, we need to win just to stay in the top 4 as well. So come on, St. Pauli, big game here at the Minotaur. We need to win and get a massive pressure relieving 3 points. And this game has started off just like the Wolfsburg one today. Very, very poor. What happened to Season 1? St. Pauli at home? What happened to the Minotaur being a fortress? What happened to teams coming here and fearing us and knowing that we'd always beat them 2 or 3-0 or whatever? Now we play at home, and it seems like there's more pressure, more expectation, more nerves. We just can't break down teams anymore. We can't get inside anymore. We can't create chances anymore. We can't shoot and score anymore here at home. And here is Strobel rolling it across to the far post, and it should have been 1-0, but Traore totally miskicked the ball and fired it wide. Lit through towards Moses. Moses to Andrade. Andrade back towards the engine. Down the right hand side. Trying to outpace Christoph Kramer and get inside the area. Great work there by the engine. Keeps on going. Rolls it inside. And Andrade could have made it 1-0. But Sipol makes a really good save there. Charities finds Vilena. And he's tackled by Elvedi. I can't break down Mönchengladbach right now as Kramer finds Traore and the Rottweiler makes the tackle. It is so hard to create clear-cut chances, but here's Charities giving it to our dog in defence, the Rottweiler, coming inside, does really well, rolls it back towards Charities, who is through, and Sipol makes the save, and it's still not fully clear, and it will be now still 0-0. Rottweiler doing really well there and keeps the chance alive. Charities does well, comes inside, drills it into the far post, and eventually the goalkeeper catches what was a deflected cross. Still 0-0. We are creating more chances now, but we've got to take one. Davy Selke is useless unless it's Europa League, isn't he? I'm going to take him off. He's going to have to start on Thursday night instead, because he is absolutely rubbish in the Bundesliga. He's had so many games, only scored 1 goal. He can only perform on Thursday nights, it seems, as De Ligt does well. And the pass is then deflected and straight back to Mönchengladbach as Schultz and Wendt play a couple of 1-2s. Kadir with the tackle. Vilena will get it clear. We can't create any chances right now because we keep on surrendering possession, but maybe now an opportunity on the break. Charities gets past his man and rolls it down the right to El Toro, who takes it in his stride and comes inside, and it's El Toro from a tight angle, who's denied by the goalkeeper. It's cleared away, and El Toro tries to flick it on and does win a corner. Still 0-0. 3 goalless draws in 4 games for an all-out attack side. I don't know what it is about me on FIFA nowadays, but I don't know if you guys struggle like me, but I cannot score goals for Toffee, regardless of how hard I try. 0-0 once again. We stay in 4th. We extend the gap between us and Leverkusen to 1 point, but the title dreams have died today. It's all over. Yusuf Poulsen, we miss you big time. 0-0, another goalless draw. I am so sick of saying that, and it's all over now. It's gone now. We're 12 points behind Bayern with 7 games to go. Sorry, 6 games to go even. There's no doubt we're not going to win the title. Rottweiler gets man of the match. They actually played quite well in this game, both when starting attacks and also keeping Mönchengladbach at bay. But defending is not our problem. Defending has never been a problem for us. Well, it has been, obviously, but defending isn't a problem right now. It's scoring goals that's the problem. Another goalless draw. Dortmund have won once again. Schalke will certainly beat Mainz at home. And we go into the Europa League now on Thursday night against Leverkusen in the next game, knowing that that might be our best chance of Champions League qualification, because our league form is struggling big time. And we've got no hope of winning the title now. It's all but done in that aspect. But that will end today's episode of the Road to Glory career mode with St. Pauli, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it despite a struggling episode for gameplay. If you did enjoy the episode, then please do consider leaving a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated and really help the channel stay alive as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll see you for the next episode of our RTG with the Buccaneers very soon.